So now that we know the two terms, which is the NOC and the CLB, we are going to check your eligibility. Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. So for today's video, we are going to talk about express entry. Like what are the terms that you have to know, the three programs under express entry, how to calculate your score and the CRS criteria, and how does EE work. So let's get started. Okay, first things first. Let us talk about express entry, but let us define express entry first. So, express entry is an online system that is being used to manage the applications for permanent residency for three programs. The first one is the Federal Skilled Worker Program. The second one is the Federal Skilled Trade Program, and the last one is the Canadian Experience Class. So what are the two terms that we have to know when we are exploring express entry? The first one is the Canadian Language Benchmark, and which is the CLP. And the second one is the NOC, which is the National Occupation Classification. So let us define the CLB first, which is the Canadian Language Benchmark. So this describes, measures, and recognizes the language ability of an adult immigrant and the prospective immigrants for permanent residency through reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And now let us talk about the NOC, which is the National Occupation Classification. So this is a list of all the occupations in the Canadian labor market. And they are divided into NOC 0, A, B, and C, and D. So the NOC 0 includes all the management jobs, while the NOC A includes all the professional jobs that usually call for a degree from a university, while the NOCB are all the technical jobs and skilled trades. NOCC are all the intermediate jobs that is like high school graduates and have job specific training. And lastly, NOCD are like includes all the labor jobs that usually give on the job training. So now that we know the two terms, which is the NOC and the CLB, we are going to check your eligibility. So as you can see, there is a chart here that I provided and created. So the first column consists of the criteria, and the next one is the CEC, and then FSW and FST. So for the criteria, there is like language, type, or level of skilled work experience, the amount of work experience, and job offer, and education. So with this, we are going to compare the three of the programs under express entry. So let's start with the language. So CEC requires CLB 7 if you are NOC 0 or A, and then CLB 5 if you are NOC B, while FSW you have to obtain CLB 7. FST you have to obtain CLB 5 for speaking and listening, and CLB 4 for reading and writing. So let's move on to type or level of skilled work experience. For NOC, for CEC and FSW, they are the same. You have to be like under the NOC 0A and B, while the FST you have to be on the NOCB, which includes all the technical jobs and skilled trades. And let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is amount of work experience. So the amount of work experience for CEC, you have to have like 1 year in Canada in the last 3 years, or equivalent to with the part-time hours. So all in all, you have to obtain 1,560 hours in order to be eligible to enter the EE under the CEC. While FSW, you have to have at least 1 year of continuous within the last 10 years. And then the FST, this I find it longer than FSW and CEC. So in here, you will have to have like 2 years within the last 5 years. And number 4 is the job offer. So in CEC and FSW, you are not required to have a job offer. You are not required to provide them the job offer. But with the FST, you are required, and this job offer should be full-time for at least a year, and you have to provide them the certificate of qualification. Okay, let's move on with the education. So as you guys can see, CEC and FST don't require education, but FSW, they are requiring the applicants to have like a secondary education. So there, that's the chart for our eligibility check. So now we know about the criteria for the CEC, FSW, and FST, and we'll already compare them. We are gonna move on with calculating your CRS. And here I have the summary of maximum points per factor for express entry candidates. So we are going to talk about the different factors, which is letter A, the core or human capital factors, which is you, and letter B, spouse or common law partner factors, if you have a spouse or common law partner, and then the skill transferability factors, and then that additional points. Okay, letter A, core or human capital factors. So in here, you can see like the factors, and then the points if you have a spouse or common law, and then factor, points per factor if you are single or without a common law or spouse. So the factors are the age, the level of education, official languages proficiency, and Canadian work experience. So as we can see, there is a 10 points difference between the points per factor if you are married or you have a spouse or common law, and if you are single. So you'll get more scores if you are single than if you have a spouse or common law. Letter B. So this is for those who have a spouse or common law partners. So this will really help too to boost your scores. So the factors are the level of education, the official language proficiency if he or she took an English test too, and then the Canadian work experience. Letter C is the skill transferability factors. So in here, your education, if you have a good standing with your official languages. So in here, I can say that really, if you take English test and you have a high score, then this will give you an edge to have a higher score for your CRS. And then with Canadian work experience and a post-secondary degree. And then the foreign work experience, if you already worked before going to Canada, which in my case, I haven't worked before. I flew straight here after my study in the Philippines. So that's 0 for me. And then the certificate of qualification, these are for the people in trades occupation. And then if you add all from A to letter C, you'll have a maximum points of 600. But there is the last one, which is the additional points. So as we can see, there are factors. If you have a brother or sister living in Canada, then you'll have 15. If you have French language skills, then you'll have like lots of scores for that, which is 50. And then post-secondary education in Canada, 30. Arranged employment, 200. And the PN nomination, which is 600. So provinces give nomination to those people who they see are committed to the province. So if we add core or human capital, spouse or common law partner factors, transferability factors, and additional points, you'll have a grand total of 1,200 points. So if you guys want to see all your score and see all the points breakdown section by section, I will attach here the screenshots of it, and then you can just pause my video and then look for your scores. So it's all gonna be here. So now I will be showing you guys how to calculate your score through the comprehensive ranking system tool calculator for skilled immigrants of express entry. So in here, I'll be showing you guys how they calculate your score, and I'll be inputting my inputting my information, and you guys will see the the score that I had when I applied for Express Entry. Okay, so here it is, the CRS tool for skilled immigrants Express Entry, and we are going to try calculating mine just for you to see how it goes. So what is your marital status? I am single. How old are you? I am 25. What is your level of education? So I have two. One is the Bachelor of Science in Psychology in the Philippines, and one is Early Learning and Childcare Diploma in Canada. So have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate? Yes. Choose the best answer to describe this level of education. So this is a 1 or 2 year diploma or certificate. Number 5, official languages. Canada's official languages. Okay, are your test results less than 2 years? Yes. So I did mine last August 2020. I did CELPIP General. So I did, let's choose CELPIP General. And then let's enter my score. So for speaking, I got 9. The maximum score is 12. And CELPIP is just I don't know, but I found it hard with the reading part because it's a bit confusing. And listening, I get 12. Reading, I got 9. And writing, I got 9. So next, do you have other language results? I have none. So if you have French, then you can click for French. So not applicable. So work experience. In the last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada do you have? So let's pretend that this is just my 1 year of skilled work experience. So just 1 year. And then how many total years of foreign skilled work experience do you have? So I haven't worked in the Philippines. I just flew straight here after graduation, after oath taking of as a registered psychometrician. So I never worked in the Philippines. Okay, so none. Do you have a certificate of qualification? So I don't have that. And additional points. Do you have a valid job offer supported by the labor market impact assessment? So if you have one, then you can click yes. If you have none, then no. Do you have a nomination certificate from a province or territory? I have none. And then, do you or your spouse or common law partner have at least one brother or sister living in Canada who is a citizen or permanent resident? So I have a relative here, which is my auntie, but it is not my spouse or common law, so I will not get additional point for this. So this is a no. And there, let's calculate my score. Your result. There. So this is really good because it gives you all the details like your scores and age. So I got a perfect score because perfect score is the age of 25 to 29. The level of education, I got 2. So it's good. So I have like 405 score from my core or human capital factors. So spouse, I don't have any. And then the skill transferability factors. So I can say that the official language proficiency and education, it really helps when you have like a high score in your English test. And then the Canadian work experience and education, I only have like 1 year, so it's just 25. And I got a 50 for the skill transferability factors. For foreign work experience, I have none. Okay, and then the additional points, I only have 15 for the study in Canada. So I got 470. My score is 470. And when I enter the pool, that is my score. And upon entering the pool, 2 days after that, there was a draw, and that draw required 461 CRS. So my score was 470, so I got in. After 2 days of entering the pool, I received the invitation to apply for permanent residency. Okay, So I will copy the link and post the link on my caption of video so you guys can calculate your score too. And there, if you guys know your score and you are ready to enter the pool, you have your requirements and you are like the information you have are all good, and you prepared your documents, and you can enter the poll, and then you can just create your own Express Entry profile. All you have to do is log into your GCK account and look for come to Canada, apply to Canada, I think, and then you will find that Express Entry option, and there you'll be creating your own profile. You will be entering all your information just like from the CRS calculator, and then you'll be able to create your profile. You can edit it, and you will have like 60 days to keep it before submitting it. So it's just like you can practice it before the time comes that you are eligible to apply, or you're eligible to enter the Express Entry. So after creating your profile, Express Entry profile, submit your Express Entry profile and just wait for your invitation, and that is it. So thank you for watching my vlog. I hope that this helped you understand Express Entry, like the 3 programs, CEC, FSW, and FST. And for my next vlog, I am planning to make another vlog again about the Express Entry, and like when you received an invitation to apply for permanent residency, and let's do that steps by steps. So this will help you guide as you move on with your application too. Yay! Thank you guys for watching my vlog. I'll be uploading more videos about my life in Canada, stories and adventures. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Memo on Talk. See you in Canada!